No one can take this away. one can take this away.
All right. Can you feel it? I'm going to go ahead and turn the music down right now before I forget. Johnny, let's get it started. Oh, wait. No, I got to do the pre-intro first. Good damn morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. You know, when I got up and saw what was trending on X, the app formerly known as Twitter this morning, I said, what the F is wrong with us? What the hell? Whose idea? Why are we talking about this mess that means so little to the world? We're talking about Elmo and wait, what's that on my screen? Why is that on my screen? What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. It's not supposed to be on my screen. Anyway, oops, I messed up. Anyway, but why? Why? Oh, why? And so I guess we'll have to deal with it and talk about it. But if we're talking about them and not Iran, or we're talking about them and not immigration, we're talking about them and not a bunch of other shit because, oh my God, Taylor Swift might be supporting Joe Biden. Who gives a F? But I have to talk about it because it's in the news. So that's where we're going today. Let's get this damn thing started. Johnny, turn that off. Thank you. And play the intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Oh yeah! Thank you to the lovely Alyssa with the lovely introduction. Shall we do it? Yeah. Well, you got to hit the button first, Johnny. There we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I am your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight, on the internet with my USS Arizona cup and a microphone. And yes, it is Wednesday, hump day at the Morning Night Live. And we got, what is the date? It's the 31st of January, 2024. So tomorrow is Rabbit Day. Also, tomorrow's the, it's the beginning of Black History Month, which, look, all the conservative kind of grifter types are going to be putting out their videos about Black History Month, CJ Pearson and all them. And I like CJ, but it's going to be kind of humorous. And, I'm not I think Black History Month is kind of a stupid thing. I think all the special history months for every little ethnicity and every little sexuality, whatever, I think they're all stupid, especially when it comes to the so-called history month. So we have Black History Month, we have Hispanic History Month, and we have gay and LGBTQI homosexual history month. And it's like, look, let's, if you, supposedly, the concept is, and I understand because, history of the African American people who were descendants of slaves in America never gets talked about, except every time you get to Black History Month, then it's like, it's a self-flagellation fest. But look, if you really want to treat us just as Americans, like I'd prefer you do, then instead of having everything all in 1 month, can we just include what you teach during Black History Month and include it in the curriculum all through the year so that you're not, it's not that I don't know why is there, people who say, well, why is there not a White History Month? I get what you're kind of trying to say, but that doesn't make sense either. The point of it should be, stop othering us. We're just Americans. If you want to be part of the fabric of America, then just include the things all those things you condense into 1 month. Just include them throughout the year if you want people to know about this certain person or this certain person. And then also the other thing, yes, we have a history in this country that has not been great to the Black people, right? With slavery and the Jim Crow laws and all that other shit, right? We know that. And sure, well, that's important. And it's important never to forget any of that. But when we start talking about so-called Black history, which I don't want Black History Month. I want it all. I want to incorporate it into American history. All the stuff that they single out in 1 month, and of course they give Black people the shortest month. Although this year we get an extra day, right? But instead of condensing it all into 1 month, why not talk about just, if you got great people you want to talk about, how about talk about them in the context of when it happened when you're teaching in American history? And then you don't have to have a Black History Month and a Hispanic History Month and this and that. You just incorporate it into history of, at least in the sense of schools, right? In the sense of schools, just spread it out and so the kids learn that there are great people and great Americans who did great things. And that's what I think it should be anyway. You want to talk about the Americans who did great things, so everyone has someone to look up to, right? Although you should be, personally, I think you should be able to look up to great Americans regardless of their race. But that's just me. And I don't know if what I'm saying even makes sense here, but again, why are we othering us by giving us a special month as though we're some fucking unicorn or something? Or how about just teaching it year round? That's my preference. Maybe I'm off base with some people. Some people are like, no, you got to have a Black History Month, yada, yada. I don't. I want people to, I want everyone to realize that we're just a part of American history. That's where I'm at. So anyway, let's start the show. Thank you, Tyre Alexander, by the way. First sponsor today. And Tyre, you are the new Streamlab Superstar sponsor of the day. Dropping a small bullet in the tip jar. Got some articles here. You kind of triple it up here. Now, that's not, I don't know if that's kosher, but anyway, it says, okay, I'm going to open them though, and we will definitely touch on them. Hopefully, wait a minute. Are they working here? There's one. And there's two. Tyre, what are you sending me? Oh, you. And here comes three. Oh, what is the third one? Wait, where's the third one? Not working. Oh God. Tyre, I'm feeling. Wait, what the hell happened there? I didn't mean to minimize this. I didn't want to minimize it. I want to take this. Wait, where the hell did it go? Uh-oh. Oh, I see. There it is. Okay, I want to move this over here. Just give me a second here. I'm just, melting the cheese in the background here. And I'll put this one here because he wants me to read them. I will read them, but in fact, today I'm not going to get to. Probably not going to get to about half or more of the articles I have opened up because there's so much stuff going on right now that I want to talk about that's in the trending topics. So, but I promise you, there's going to be a lot of great articles in the links today. So if you are, at the end of the show, I drop all the articles that I have open and all the links to everything that we've done during the show. I'll put them in a single link, one tab link in the chat at the end of the show, and also drop it in the description at the end of the show. So if you want to come back and check out what I was looking at today or what we talked about today, it will be in a single link, all listed in one place. You just click the link and bring all down a list. So anyway, do that at the end of the show. So anyway, thank you. And also thank you, C. Thomas Kapow, for sponsoring the show, the YouTube Super Chat. C. Thomas says, since Black History Month is next door, just a reminder, the FBI admitted in a lawsuit that they ordered a hit on MLK. Glowies are not your friend. Hey. Thank you, C. Thomas. You're right. The glowies are not your friends. And I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what it was. It had something to do with that, this, and that. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, let's say hi to everybody and get this damn thing started. First in chat over in Rumble, Mr. Avocados Diablo gets the bell. Of course. As Jank would say. Also, good morning, Jimmy Das Hotep. And Mike Savage. Blarg. Is anyone else over on Rumble? It says there's 11, and I'm one. It says there's 11 people. So if you have a Rumble window open, if you're watching on both, or if you have something, which I appreciate because that gives me views on Rumble too. Just put a hi in the chat over there too, so I know that you're over there, and I'll say hello. And on YouTube, first in the chat is also Avocados Diablo, who gets the bell. Yes. Also, good morning to Rotten Corpse, Jimmy Das Hotep, Lord Stanhope, Mike Savage Blarg. Zed the Snarky. Hello, Hypnagogic Monk over Rumble. Tyre Alexander. Whoops, whoops, whoa, wrong music. Hang on, wrong music. Let me try that again. Tyre Alexander, the gentleman, Glitch. Thank you, sir, for being here. Attack Alpacas in the house. Lord Stanhope. I already said Lord Stanhope. What am I doing? Oh, this thing scrolled down on accident too. Who else is here? Simon Wolfwood. Good morning. Amazing Disgraces in the house. Select a boy.
Yeah, boy.
Also, Tyler F. Nomads in the house. Good morning also to Maddie's in the house. Maddie, I hope you're doing well. I know those tubes suck. I know. Also, good morning to my favorite Canadian Jaeger ponies here. Who else? Bookworm Addict, nice to see you back. Green Badger Outdoors. And if I missed you, it's possible because this thing keeps scrolling too fast. I know it says there's like 30 people here already, or 29 or 20. I don't know. Anyway, hit the like button while you're thinking about it. Share the stream right now. And if you want to sponsor the show, you can do so at pdognight.live 24 hours a day. But during the show, it's the best way to super chat because you can write a lot more than you can if you use YouTube or Rumble for your super chat. So I highly encourage the usage of Streamlabs as your favorite go-to superstar sponsor donation, whatever the hell you want to call it, place to click the links and shit. That's a crazy way to put it. I just pinned it on YouTube and we'll drop a link in Rumble also if you want to sponsor the show, because gotta pay the rent, guys. Gotta pay the rent. All right. Let's get into what's happening. Now, like I said, when I got here this morning, because I come in here and I go immediately to X and my favorite aggregators and check out what's happening in the world. At X, it's trending topics. You want to talk about things that are happening now, things that people are talking about now, because that's the news, right? The news is this shit that happening now. And first, why is that there? Oh, no, that's not supposed to be there. Why is that there? I think I messed up. I did mess up. No, I did. What the hell is this supposed to be? This is not supposed to be here. What happened to... Please tell me. Oh, shoot. That's what I did. Okay, I'm trying to figure out... So anyway, Hump Day is trending because it's Wednesday, right? That's just... What the actual hell? I apologize. I have to fix this. I hate making the sausage right here in front of you. Oh my gosh, a whole new set of trending topics right now. All right, so anyway, let's go. There we go. Fixed it. All right, trending topics today. First thing is obviously Hump Day, and because it's every Wednesday's Hump Day, and I used to, you used to go into the Hump Day topic, and you'd be worried about what you could put on the screen, and but now it seems like I think X has now algorithmically, not necessarily removed all the body parts that you usually get on the Hump Day topic, but they've kind of de-emphasize them. And so now when you scroll down Hump Day, it takes you about 40 or 50 tweets to get body parts, which is great. So, these are things that people tweet for Hump Day. And there he is again. There he is again. The old otter guy on a camel, which I still haven't figured out, but that for the last few Hump Days has been one of the top 3 every time. So there you go. Polydub is the Hump Day mascot, apparently, as he rides a camel. If you know who Polydub is, that's great. If you don't, check him out on YouTube and on the AAA, excuse me, with Drunken Uncle and Sinatra Says. Also trending, Cheetah Rivera, the great actress. And, I'm always... was that even on the screen? I didn't even put that on the screen, did I? Was that on the screen? Did I show you this? That was the Hump Day thing? I think I did. Maybe I didn't. So wait, okay. Also trending, Cheetah Rivera. Now, if you don't know who Cheetah Rivera is, I'm always singing songs from West Side Story, right? Like whenever Reacción Puerto Rico comes in from the song America. Well, the great, and this is sad because this is actually one where you don't get to use the Denzel Washington GIF. Cheetah Rivera, the actress who played Anita in West Side Story, both on Broadway and on in the movie version of West Side Story, has passed away. One of the great Broadway actresses and film actresses. So sad to hear of Cheetah Rivera's passing. And this is whoever Tafetta is, says, I shall be performing the Big Spender number from Sweet Charity, because she was in Sweet Charity too. Later in my kitchen. That's funny. Do the hump day, Marty. I did, James PFP. I said hump day. That, you mean that? I did do it. By the way, good morning. No, good morning, Patio Furniture too. So anyway, and even President Biden tweeted about it. Cheetah Rivera was an all-time great American musical theater of American musical theater, a pioneer whose magnetic performances and scores of Broadway productions brought joy to millions and captured the grit and grace of America. Our loves goes out to her daughter, siblings, and generations of fans. So, yeah, I mean, she was a big time, on Broadway and Hollywood, and we'll miss Cheetah Rivera. Go find the movie version of West Side Story from the 57 West Side Story and check it out. It's one of my favorite musicals, and it's been revived on Broadway a few times. But anyway, moving on. Elmo is trending. Now this is the one. The two things that were trending this morning that really kind of got into my craw, so to speak, were Elmo and Taylor Swift. And since that's the name of the stream today, I will go ahead and get into this, because Elmo this morning was trending number 1 and Taylor Swift was trending number 3. Everyone's talking about Elmo and Taylor Swift. Now, granted, we have a possible war brewing with Iran. We've got, inflation and people not being able to pay their bills because the bills cost so much more. And they got, a congresswoman who's under investigation. We'll get to that. We got all kinds of things. And the top 2 trending things are Elmo and Taylor Swift. Now, Elmo's trending because apparently whoever the creators of Elmo are decided that they were going to do a PSA, I guess, on suicide prevention. And so they put this thing out here, this tweet on X, or post on X. Elmo, wow, Elmo's glad that he asked. Elmo learned that it is important to ask a friend how they're doing. Elmo will check in again soon, friends. Elmo loves you. Because this is about, they had some suicide prevention stuff. And so Elmo saw like 50,000 trauma dumps in one day and got the whole squad coming together like damn mental health Avengers. So, for example, someone here is Bert. If you ever need a shoulder to lean on, make us both a warm cup of tea. Snuffleupagus. I love being a Snuffleupagus because we have huge ears that are basically, it was some mental health thing, but apparently there was some kind of, apparently there was some Joe Biden jumped in on this. And so now everyone's talking about it. And here is on the Blaze, I guess, maybe if it'll let me, I'm not sure if I can read Blaze articles. I haven't really tried. Oh, apparently I cannot. All subscribers sign in. Okay, I can't read Blaze. Oh, maybe I can read Blaze articles. So anyway, the President Joe Biden's President of the United States account responded to a post from the account of a Sesame Street character, Elmo. The Tuesday tweet from the president's account came after a prior post on the Elmo account went viral. On Monday, the Red Monster social media account posed a seemingly innocuous question Elmo's just checking in. How's everybody doing? But that question triggered a torrent of replies, with the post amassing more than 167 million views so far, appearing to be becoming something of a phenomenon. The world is burning, Elmo. No amount of tickles can fix this. Not the B account quipped in response to Elmo's question. So I do want to go. Well, this has some of the best ones. So let's do that. Elmo, my man, have you been the grocery store lately? I don't know if you drive, but have you filled up a gas tank? Let's stop gaslighting us. You know it's real out here, someone else wrote. But then on Tuesday, the Elmo account tweeted, "Wow, Elmo's glad he asked. Elmo learned that it is important to ask a friend how they're doing. Elmo will check in again soon. Friends, Elmo loves you." The post also included the hashtag Elmo or emotional well-being. So then President Biden decided to respond. First of all, President Biden may not even know who Elmo is. He might or might not. But the people, the handlers, the people who man the POTUS Twitter account decided that they would make a response as though it were from Joe Biden. So it says, "I know how hard it is some days to sweep the clouds away and get to sunnier days." Oh my gosh, he made a play on the Sesame Street theme song. Our friend Elmo is right. We have to be there for each other and offer our help to a neighbor in need. And above all else, ask for help when we need it. Unsurprisingly, the post swiftly earned backlash. To the staffer or intern who wrote this, "Do you need help?" Rudy Giuliani tweeted, "Shut up and close the border, bitch." No, it didn't say bitch, but it should have. U.S. service members are killed overseas. There's an invasion at our border. America is struggling to make ends meet. And our president is tweeting at fucking Elmo. You really can't make this up. Anyway, so, yeah, that is actually something that happened. In fact, here is an example of President Biden, or here is the actual tweet that President Biden did. So let's just scroll and see if we can find some good replies. Yeah, Biden's America as these immigrants are beating up some cops in New York City. LOL, you watch Sesame Street daily, don't you? Yeah, well, it helps his cognitive issues, I guess. All this time, we're focused on Taylor Swift, but the PSYOP, it was Elmo all the time. Yes, Elmo's not my friend. He's a red menace. Okay, so anyway. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Did you let Hunter watch Elmo growing up? Okay, that is funny. That is funny. Good morning, Somnambule Nation. How you doing? Nice to see you. So anyway, thank you. Oh, thank you, C. Thomas. Another deuce in the tip jar. C. Thomas says, PSA, I have Blazing Saddles on DVD coming today. Oh, excellent. Excellent. A very classic, a classic movie that certainly could never be made today, but it is a classic, and it's fun to laugh at. So anyway, here's one. 26,000 plus Gazans couldn't tell Elmo about their day because you genocided them. Oh, fuck. That's a little harsh. You're just like Elmo, a puppet. Yes, that's a good one. What Joe Biden really needs to do is stop talking to Sesame Street characters and close the U.S. border. Our country needs to take care of itself first. Otherwise, we'll never be able to help our neighbor. Biden is letting the United States be destroyed. This isn't make-believe. Oh, my God. And someone says, this is where our tax money's going? Oh, those staffers are being paid to talk to Elmo on fucking Twitter. So, this is what you offer to people in need. We are dying slowly. Palestinians are eating grass, drinking polluted water, and famine looms across Gaza. Are they? So anyway. Oh, wait. Wait. What is this? Someone put a post of Kamala Harris, who amazingly talks like Sesame Street characters when she's talking to adults. Let's see what this one is. Let's try this.
September 11th, 2001, and January 6th, 2021.
Oh, Lord. Wait, what? Is she going to compare? Did she just compare September 11th to January 6th? Did she? Excuse me. Jesus, give me strength. Okay.
Newsflash, nobody gives a fuck about it. We all admit that shit was pretty dumb, but that's about it. When we saw the news, we were shocked and we were kind of
Oh, interesting.
Damn. Then we forgot about it by the 10th. Nobody's walking around stressing over Jan 6. It happened and that was it. We haven't gave a damn since. It's all good.
Uh-oh.
Riots are kept in the hood, but now you're freaking out because this was in the neck of your
Uh-oh.
It's a big deal. Now it gets real. Now it's important to us. Not back then.
Uh-oh. What is he going?
Not back then when goods were looted and folks were brutalized. Not then, but right now, because it happened to the suit and ties.
Oh my goodness.
Above my head. We were fucking shit up all year with demonstrations that left dozens dead. But people like Nancy didn't flinch. In fact, they loved it then. People
I'm
bitch, ain't that what you said? Yep. There's
I'm bookmarking this.
videos of you and all your colleagues inciting this kind of crap. So it's very fascinating to watch you swallow your words. You put your own foot in your mouth and now you're forced
Oh my. Isn't that the truth?
in my town, in his town, in her town, when the whole fucking city's being burnt down, you smile as you give the green light
Damn.
to rob shit, but as soon as
What? Who is this guy?
Got it.
All right then. I think we need more of that. But no, we're worried about talking to Elmo. We're worried about talking to Elmo because, you know, it's Joe Biden. That's about the put the link at the hey Al, let me drop that link in the chat right now. that's
September 11th.
Shut up.
2000.
There we go. There's the link to that one in the chat. Of course, it's going to be I'm going to put it in a separate link in the in today's links too, right behind the Elmo topic. If I can get this tab to open. There we go. All right. Yeah. Wow. That was something else. So, all right, let's move on because we need to move on. Also trending. Well, we got. Oh wait, what the hell did I do? Oh, that's just Joe Biden's stupid ass tweet, which I will move over here too. So anyway, these are all going to be in the links today. Sesame Street's trending for the same reason. And again, bro, we lost 3 service members in a terrorist attack, and the president is tweeting about Sesame Street. That's about it, right? Sesame Street saw the replies to Elmo's tweet and had all hands on deck SOS meeting to immediately launch emotional well-being campaign on all fronts. You know. So anyway, moving on. Super Bowl, or excuse me, the other most important topic that was trending this morning, number 2 or number 3, was of course Taylor Swift, and everyone's talking about Taylor Swift. Now this is, I find this to be a fascinating but rather dumb controversy that a lot of conservatives are jumping on right now about how, oh my God, Taylor Swift might support Joe Biden, and 18% of Taylor Swift people, 18% of the country are Taylor Swift fans, and this blah 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 blah. Don't fucking care. You think that the Taylor Swift fans, that group, is having any better economic times than the non-Taylor Swift group? Do you think that Taylor Swift's going to actually sway all these voters? And one of the commentaries that on this that oh shit, where'd it go? Here it is, Blaze. In the Blaze, Jason Whitlock, whatever you think of Jason Whitlock, has an article on this. Conservatives are making fools of themselves, wishing death on a celebrity love affair. Let's leave the kookiness to the left. Right? Correct, I should say. The following is a warning to political conservatives. Be careful demonizing Taylor Swift. You're likely falling for a trap. You're going to turn America's biggest platform, the Super Bowl, into a stage for your political opponents to argue you've developed a affliction as dangerous as Trump derangement syndrome. You're painting yourselves as paranoid and delusional. Monday morning, after Kansas City Chiefs upset Baltimore Ravens to advance the Super Bowl, former president candidate turned Donald Trump's surrogate Vivek Ramaswamy posted on X, formerly known as Twitter, speculating about Swift's role in the 2024 election cycle. I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month. Oh no! Did they screw me up here? Oh no! I don't know if there's an archive version of this. Let me just let me try this. I don't know. I don't know if there is. Maybe not. And yes, there is. Good. So that's the version I'll have on X today, or in the links today. I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month, Ramaswamy again, and I wonder if there's a major presidential endorsement coming from an artificially culturally propped up couple this fall. Just some wild speculation over here. Let's see how it ages over the next 8 months. Ramaswamy is, of course, referring to Swift and her vaccine-pushing boyfriend, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. Oh, did you know it's not Kelsey either? We learned over the weekend that it's actually Travis Kelce. They just got tired of correcting people. They're the new it couple whom corporate media celebrate and market. And he said, I'm a huge Ramaswamy fan. He's brilliant, quick on his feet, and fearless, but he's making a mistake in this instance. It does not matter how his tweet ages over the next several months. It matters how it lands right now. And over the next 2 weeks, it lands in Crazy Land. Ringing a football game to hurt Trump. The impact of Swift's inevitable endorsement of Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, or Gavin Newsom is in no way connected to whether the Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers on February 10th. Swift's popularity won't rise or fall based on the winner of the last football game. Swift's endorsement won't sway many voters either. In 2018, she made her first political endorsement backing Phil Bredesen in the Tennessee U.S. Senate race against Marsha Blackburn. President lost by 11 percentage points in 2016. LeBron James stumped for Hillary Clinton in his home state of Ohio. Hillary lost Ohio to Trump. Hello, Annalyn. Celebrity endorsements spin the social media news cycle. They don't friggin' matter. And that's basically the rest of the entire article goes. So, so many people are over here making noise about Taylor Swift. Who cares? Now, the only reason I'm talking about it is because it was the number 2 trending topic on Twitter, and it's still in the top 5. So let's just look down this list a little bit here. CJ Pearson. I'm sorry, but if you're going to take advice from Taylor Swift on who to vote for, you're already too far gone. She is literally famous for repeatedly choosing the wrong man. Oh, snap. And what makes Joe Biden any different? At least John Mayer could sing. Oh, Joe Biden can't even talk. Oh, I was talking about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's a talented young lady, and she's very popular. And I'm not a fan, but I'm not gonna knock her out if she can sing or not. And then Eric. Oh, apparently Colin Cowherd puts out an angry, sad, lonely MAGA clowns crying. Okay, he's shitting all over the people who complained about it. But I want to talk about the people who complained about it. Regime media is big mad that we're counter-programming the obvious centrally orchestrated Taylor Swift Biden endorsement to combat us noticing their lame-ass plan. They force every anchor to read the same script. Let's see what Benny says about this. Let's see here.
Tonight, the right going all in on baseless conspiracy theory that claims Taylor Swift's relationship with Travis Kelce and the Super Bowl are all rigged to help Joe Biden win the election.
You know what? And guess what? We gave him that headline because it's a stupid thing. Stupid. She is 35, not young. Okay. Relative to me, ask Tyre, she's young. Okay? To me, anyone under 40 is young, but I get what you mean. I got it. So some of my audience might not think she's all that young, but she started young, and I always think of her as a 18-year-old bitch about her boyfriends. So that's kind of my whole thing of Taylor Swift. Anyway, what else does this thing say here, though?
This is what I think is going to happen. There's going to be like some type of proposal after the Super Bowl is rigged for the Chiefs. And then the two of these.
Well, before the whole thing was going to be rigged for the Ravens and the 49ers. My whole Super Bowl logo theory, or the one that's been flying around because it was purple and red, so it was going to be the 49ers and the Ravens. Well, that one got shot to hell. So I'm done with even laughing at that type of a thing. But anyway, what is Benny finishing here saying?
These people become, it's like,
oh, this was
like
CNN.
Crazy levels of absolute fame, and then they use that in order to try and save Joe Biden.
Okay.
Media personality Benny Johnson said.
But they are all using the same script, though.
And
that's
there's
his point.
Whatever Benny Johnson is writing on Twitter, it's all fake. Taylor Swift exposed as a Fed op to rig 2024 election.
That's a dumb take, Benny. I'm sorry. It is a dumb take. So I'm not going to even play anymore, but he's complaining about them complaining about him. Simple way to come out at this, don't talk about it and ignore their relationship posts. Don't give them any attention. Well, I'm talking about what and I'm talking about the mistake that we're making talking about it, which is, and that is your simple way to combat it. Don't talk about it because it doesn't matter. It's so, like I said, she endorsed Marsha Blackburn's opponent in Tennessee, and that person still lost by 11 points. So anyway, it's stupid, and we should not what do you call it? Not entertain it. So anyway, lots of people talking about Super Bowl, whatever number this is it whatever? The Super Bowl will be Taylor Swift's 13th game in attendance. By the end of the Tokyo shows, Taylor will have had 13 international era tour shows. Oh, they have this thing about Taylor Swift in the number 13 too. And they're trying to use kind of a numerology thing to pretend that there's some reason that the Chiefs are going to win because of the number 13 and Taylor Swift and all this other shit. I don't care. Maybe the score of the game will be 27-14, which if you subtract 14 from 27, you'll get 13. Is that? Oh, if that happens, I'm going to be really weirded out. If the difference between the score of the two teams is 13 this year, then I'll believe it. We'll find out later. Okay. Anyway, also during the Super Bowl, Bud Light is apparently making a Hail Mary. The Hail Mary pass, it's a desperate last-ditch attempt by a football team to score a touchdown in the waning seconds of the game. The pass usually comes from near midfield, well outside of the typical scoring zone, and in the name implies often it requires a form of divine intervention to be successful. It rarely works, but when all else seems lost, why not try it? Now, with the NFL's big game scheduled to take place in a few short weeks, the attention of football fans everywhere will be focused on two things: the game and its commercials. Good morning, Simon Wilkins, and who else is new here? Is there? Oh, those ain't real dudes in the house, and Anna Lynn. So the people will be focused on two things: the games and the commercials. According to Ad Age magazine, this year's 30-second ad cost will be approximately $7 million. $7 million for a 30-second ad on the Super Bowl. One advertiser will be airing a full 60-second ad in what amounts to a Hail Mary attempt to reach and bring back an annoyed and still fuming consumer base. That brand is Bud Light. Wait. She is young, almost 40. Okay, and then in early 2023, Bud Light marketing executives decided that the best way to communicate the attributes of their product to target an audience of mostly young blue-collar males was to promote a sponsorship with a self-identified transgender influencer and activist Dylan Mulvaney. Well, they didn't really, not really. I mean, kind of, sort of. Anyway, as a result, Bud Light was hit with a consumer boycott that knocked the brand off the top spot in the light beer market, with no rebound in sight, by disregarding its target consumer and following the well-worn path of woke corporate social activism. Bud Light placed activist priorities ahead of sound business decisions. Now, since the Mulvaney controversy, the Bud Light brand has tried multiple different approaches to its advertising strategy, hoping to stem deeply declining sales and bring its members of its target audience back into the fold. Bud Light ads edge back toward a degree of the type of light-hearted comedy once mainstay of the brand. The summer of 2023 featured an ad depicting beer drinkers at a summer picnic burning their bare feet on the hot pavement and unsuccessfully wrestling with a hammock. The brand also used advertising during the NFL season that showed fans carrying out quirky, humorous game day traditions. Neither ad approach was able to turn the brand around. Even Bud Light's most recent ad, featuring America's favorite pitchman Peyton Manning, has failed to provide a bump in sales that leaves one last desperate play to call: a Hail Mary at the Super Bowl. Bud Light will be running a 60-second ad during this year's Super Bowl, one that will cost nearly $14 million. Anheuser-Busch promises a humorous commercial that the company says introduces a new character into the Bud Light universe. It is designed to bring back the lighthearted roots. A short snippet of the ad has already been released online. Questions remain, however, is whether this Hail Mary will be too little too late. Companies like Target and brand like Bud Light committed one of the cardinal sins of marketing, failing to keep their consumers at the heart of the business decisions. It disregarded its target audience in order to advance a woke corporate activist agenda, and both suffered the consequences. So Bud Light, we'll have to see. Is this going to work? Here, let me we'll do a poll. And I don't mean like a dance on a pole. Poll. Here we go. Will Bud Light's commercial Hail Mary work? There you go. There's a poll over on YouTube. You can answer the question. We'll check back with that later. Moving on. Also trending this morning. Satan is trending. Satan is trending. Now, this is in reference to what happened at the Iowa State Capitol. Remember, they had that some Satanists put up a statue of apparently Satan, and some guy decided to destroy it or cut its head off or some shit. And apparently Michael Cassidy is now facing hate crime charges for beheading a Satan idol at the Iowa State Capitol. A hate crime. They're calling it a hate crime. Now, I haven't seen this story, but here's Ian Miles Strong. Breaking: U.S. Navy veteran Michael Cassidy has been charged with a hate crime for beheading a statue of Satan at the Iowa Capitol. Really? I'm trying to find an actual article about this. Now, a post-millennial, I like the post-millennial, but they're somewhat sensational. And so, but let's see the article. And is this Human Events? It's not in Human Events. This is post-millennial. Christian vet who beheaded satanic statue at Iowa Capitol charged with a hate crime. Now, I'm just curious. Usually, when you hear the words hate crime, I think of like a marginalized group or something like that, even if I don't believe in hate crimes. I think crimes are just crimes, but a hate crime for beheading a statue? Michael Cassidy's been charged with a hate crime for beheading a statue of Satan at the Iowa State Capitol. Cassidy drove up to Iowa after the satanic display was erected in the state capitol and took it down. He will be arraigned February 15th. Polk County prosecutors charged Cassidy with felony third-degree criminal mischief, saying that he acted in violation of individual rights under Iowa's hate crime statute. The Des Moines Register reports. Do they have the Des Moines Register article anywhere? I don't see it. Cassidy, spokesman for the Polk County Attorney's Office, Lynn Hicks. Now, Polk County is where Des Moines is, and it's very, very liberal county in Iowa, one of the few. And so it says, she said, evidence shows the defendant made statements to law enforcement and the public indicating he destroyed the property because of the victim's religion. And there you go. So that makes it a hate crime because of the victim's religion. Hello, Logan. Logan F. Long time, man. Been a long time. This resulted in the hate crime charge. Hicks further elaborated on how much it would cost to replace the statue of Baphomet constructed by the Satanic Temple, which would be between $750 and $1,500. The extremely litigious Satanic Temple filed their own damage estimate, saying it would be $3,000 to replace the statue. Cassidy, a former military officer who ran for Congress, pushed over and decapitated the statue of Baphomet, which had been put up by members of the Satanic Temple of Iowa. The Satanic Temple had been given permission for the display. Cassidy discarded the head of Baphomet in the trash. So he's getting charged with a hate crime. That's fascinating. I got to tell you, that's some fascinating reasoning to name it a hate crime. But I guess they're Baphomet. Okay. That just tells you how dumb the law is, calling it a hate crime. I mean, I could see they could have maybe some civil charges or whatever, but they're saying though, what do they use? In violation of individual rights. This is the new thing they are trying to do in multiple jurisdictions. Because if you have any kind of traditional values, then you're saying you're violating the individual rights of somebody else, which, I mean, I guess in a way they are, but that's just weird. It doesn't sound right, does it? I mean, it just, and calling it a hate crime is really, really beyond the pale. And I wonder if it's a hate crime, I wonder what kind of possible sentence could there be for a hate crime of destroying someone's statue. And again, the other part too, they didn't attack an actual human being either. This is an inanimate object. So could you, for example, I guess if they say I suppose if you deface a synagogue, this would be the same thing, but a hate crime. I don't know. I just don't get it. Anyway, moving on. East Palestine is trending. Now, when I read it, I'm like, well, wait, East Palestine? Where would is that like the West Bank or what is that? No, this is East Palestine, Ohio. And it's trending because Joe Biden has finally, Joe Biden comes back to East Palestine. No, Joe Biden is not The Rock. He's more like the paper in the rock, paper, scissors trio. But anyway, Joe Biden, this is how Joe Biden feels about Americans. They are an obstacle standing in his way, a waste of time. This is why American servicemen. Okay, that's apparently he's finally going to go visit East Palestine. Biden to travel to East Palestine nearly 1 year after the train derailment disaster. White House says Biden took extensive measures to ensure railroad safety. That's their. But that's not why people are upset at it took him so long to go to East Palestine. Railroad safety was not the problem. They thought, it was a disaster that a lot of times presidents would go visit disasters just because. So people are kind of mad about it. 330 days ago, Biden promised he'd visit East Palestine, Ohio, at some point. 146 days ago, Biden said he hadn't yet. Because there's a lot going on, Biden has had time for a lot of vacation, ice cream, and doing nothing for days on end, just not East Palestine. So he's finally going to go. When does it say he's going to go? Doesn't say when, but yeah. Biden refused to stand with the patriots of East Palestine when it really mattered. He could have united our country by showing support to a right-leaning community, but instead he ignored them. So let's see what's this here.
Fox News alerted 22 minutes before the top of the hour, President Biden is going to finally visit East Palestine, Ohio, on the one-year anniversary after that toxic train derailment forced people from their homes and left the community in absolute...
Now, at least he's somewhat doing it smartly by going on the anniversary and not just some random day. But still, is too much, too little, too late? Is that Peaches and Herb? Too much, too little, too late to ever try again. Anyway, moving on. Delaware's trending, Biden's home state, and apparently Delaware's trending mostly because the state court there is trying to screw over something that was okay for Elon Musk, and I'm pretty sure it's just because of Elon Musk. Here's an explanation. Well, here it is. The Delaware Chancery Court decision to strike down Tesla's deal with Elon is a threat to the future of capitalism. Courts shouldn't second guess the business judgments of boards to maximize shareholder value. Yet that's exactly what Tesla's board did here successfully. So here's the lowdown. 6 years ago, Elon Musk agreed to the compensation package that the Delaware court just voided. Here's a clip from the day when the compensation package was announced. At the time, Tesla was worth just $59 billion, and Elon Musk made his compensation entirely performance-based. Here's the best part. If somehow magically he gets the company to $650 billion, he would collect $55 billion in compensation. Less than 3 years later, Tesla hit a market cap of $650 billion. Elon Musk bet on himself, and he delivered. Why is that being taken away? So here's the deal he made.
Overnight, Elon Musk, he's the subject of the column, telling me he's now agreed to stay on as CEO of Tesla for the next decade. There's been a lot of speculation that he'd be stepping down in the next 2 or 3 years. He had said that once the completion of the Model S, or the Model 3 rather, was up and running, that he might not stay at the company, at least as the CEO. But Tesla now announcing a radical new compensation plan. It could be perhaps the most radical compensation plan in history. Musk's compensation is going to be tied directly to the company's performance. The executive will receive no guaranteed compensation of any kind at all. He gets no salary, cash bonus, equity. He only gets equity that vests over time, but only if he reaches these hurdle rates, which are, dare I say, crazy. So right now the company's worth $59 billion. Mm-hmm. They run at $50 billion increments. So if he gets the company to $100 billion...
Wait, you're just talking market capitalization, not based on revenue, not based on the number of production?
There's going to be two metrics at each step. So the first step is he has to get the company to $100 billion and reach these operational and adjusted EBITDA and revenue number. If he doesn't get either of them, he gets nothing.
That's kind of a weird way to break it down based on market capitalization.
If he gets to 150... and has to hit the operational numbers.
But, I mean, the market can be irrational, so you can't control that.
At each $50 billion number, he collects 1% of the company. If somehow, magically, he would get the company to $650 billion, which is literally what the plan calls for, if you can believe this, he would collect the equivalent of about $55 billion in compensation. Otherwise, he gets absolutely nothing.
What if you get it to $650 billion and then it immediately collapses to $500 billion? Is it just hitting that market capitalization milestone that matters? Or is it keeping it there for a certain time? Is it hitting it?
So here's where it gets even more interesting. The shares vest, but then he has to hold the shares for 5 years at each break
But you still get it, right? Even if market capitalization is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
No. You can't. It's impossible to game because even if you were to get the company in the market cap to $100 billion, you then have to, by the way, hit the operational numbers.
On top of it.
On top of it. You have to get both, and then you have to hold the shares for 5 years. I mean, it's weird. So if you were trying to do something temporary to try and get
the stock price up,
you can't because 5 years later your shares would be worthless.
It would affect decisions on.
So that compensation package was approved by the state of Delaware. They said, okay, yeah, we'll let it happen. Why did they approve it? Probably because they thought he'd never hit it. Okay. Well, the Delaware court now just voided that, rejected his unprecedented $56 billion compensation deal with Tesla on Tuesday. The judge described the payout approved by the Electric Vehicle Manufacturers Board as an unfathomable sum, arguing it's unfair to the company's shareholders, except they met the targets, all of them. It's like, how can it be unfair to the shareholders if that was the deal? The retroactively voided the pay package from 2018 where shareholders voted in favor of it. All the milestones were hit, and Tesla stock is up 800% since then. So this is insane that they suddenly did this. Now, I haven't found an article on it, but here's Vivek talking about it.
Struck down Tesla's board's compensation package for Elon Musk, and that's a pretty messed up decision. It actually matters a lot for the future of capitalism, and here's why. Normally, the rule that's applied in corporate law, including by Delaware corporate law, is one of the business judgment rule, which is to say that courts won't second guess the business judgments made by a board of directors if that board of directors is truly exercising an independent business.
And voted on by the company's shareholders. They're all winning in this situation.
Judgment. And that makes sense, because otherwise no board is going to actually be able to take business decisions into account. Business decisions are calculated risks that are taken on behalf of shareholders. And you have to be able to apply a business risk-taking mindset. And if you're afraid of getting sued after the fact, nobody's ever going to serve on a corporate board.
Right.
And no corporate board is ever going to take a calculated risk, which is what you need in order for a business to succeed. Well, in this case, the judgment made by the Tesla board, I think, actually was quite reasonable. And you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from the results. They said that Tesla was a $60 billion company, and they wanted to figure out how to get it to be a $600 billion company. And they made the decision that Elon Musk, the guy who got it to be a $60 billion company, was going to be a vital part of making it a $600+ billion company.
Now, we already know the details because we listed the other one. But, so it was approved until the judge thought, well, that's too much money for one man. That's, I'm sure, what happened here. Oh, that's just too much money for one man. Well, you know what? Everyone knew if they got to the $650 billion cap point and made all the targets that he would get this package. And again, the stock stuff that he gets he cannot sell them for 5 years. So if the market does go down, it's going to lower the price of the stock. It won't be a $56 billion compensation package. It will be much less if the stock of the company drops like a rock in 5 years. So it's, holy shit. It's unbelievable that they did that. But it's interesting, and I don't care because I will never have that much money. I don't know if I'll live that long to have that much money. Moving on, Iran is trending after Taylor Swift and Elmo. More things happening in Iran, apparently. So now, we talked about this yesterday, how the supposed strike by the whatever militia group, now they're figuring out that it might have been a militia-backed, an Iranian militia-backed group, but the drone may have come from from Iraq. A militia-backed group that Iran backed that are in Iraq. Breaking U.S. Air Force detected in Syria, Iraq border, British Air Force. Apparently, and now we've got British Air Force and American Air Force planes on the move yesterday. So, wait a minute. So I'm going to just leave the trending topic on. You can read everything about it. But I had to laugh at this particular tweet here, though. We're going to war with Iran. This is leading the charge. Unless it's a sword fight, we're fucked. Oh, God. Oh, anyway. Now, also, though, Iran has said that if there's any strikes in Iran, that they are going to go all out against us, as in it will be a war. We'll see what happens. This is saber rattling at the moment by them. Somalia is trending again because of Ilhan Omar. Now, But also, because we talked about that yesterday, how she said that, she's there to represent Somalia in the United States Congress. And, she, probably not a very smart thing to say, but, and in fact, here yesterday it says, today a Democrat House member is under the DOJ investigation. Another Democrat House member faces accurate and probable 9/11 conspiracy accusations to his personal blog. A House Democrat is on record endorsing Somalia terror against the United States. Okay, where is it? And again, Ilhan Omar says she has a special and close relationship with the president of Somalia. She calls him her uncle, and he calls her his girl. She also refers to him as our president, while the entire audience in Minnesota cheers. So, so now that has the term expelled trending. People are asking if Ilhan Omar should be expelled from Congress. Ilhan Omar says she will put Somalia first. She should be expelled from Congress and deported back to Somalia, which since she loves that. There's a lot of people. A lot of people are saying that she should be expelled from Congress. There are articles, votes, for example, here. John Solomon puts on Just the News. Do you think Representative Ilhan Omar should be expelled from Congress? And there is a poll. Minnesota Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar has faced multiple Republican calls for her expulsion from Congress over comments she made in support of Somalia. And that's all it says there. So there's a poll on that on Just the News. Also trending, Mayorkas, Alejandro Mayorkas is trending. Apparently the House has, the committee has come up with articles of impeachment for Mayorkas. I think this may be misguided, and not that I think Mayorkas is a good guy at all, and I think he's absolutely a dereliction of his duty. But does what he's doing amount to high crimes and misdemeanors? Does incompetence amount to high crimes and misdemeanor? Unless you have evidence that he literally is doing this on purpose to hurt America, and or if they're just stupid and think they're helping America by allowing the craziness at the border. I don't think you can expelled. Well, you can't be expelled from Congress unless you claim to be Jewish. Well, he does claim to be Jewish. Didn't you know that? Mayorkas apparently has Jewish ancestry in his blood. But anyway, so I'm not so keen on this idea of impeaching him based on what exactly being incompetent is not a crime. It's not a high crime. It's not a misdemeanor. And some, so I think they're misguided. In fact, let's see. It looks like the impeachment. Oh boy. Apparently, it's going on C-SPAN right now. If you want to go check that out, but breaking, the House Committee on Homeland Security just voted to advance articles of impeachment against DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas out of committee. So now it goes to the full House. They have, I suppose, a full House hearing. This is not one that as much as you want that guy gone, if you had a vote of no confidence on him, or something of that nature, or an official, you're a fucking idiot proclamation, fine. I don't believe that he's committed any crimes, and I want him gone. As someone who wants Mayorkas gone, I don't know where they're going to come up with the idea that he committed any high crime or misdemeanor. And in fact, swallow any shortcomings that Mayorkas might have, frankly, are your fault. Bullshit. No. They're not his fault. Don't start that bullshit. They're Biden's fault and Mayorkas' fault. You motherfuckers are trying to say, well, you're not now all of a sudden 3 years into this shit show, now you're not voting for the bill we want to have more people processed and hire more agents to process more illegal aliens. No, that's not the fault of the House Republicans at all. The Biden administration, without any new legislation, could close the border immediately. Abso-fucking-lutely. So don't give me that shit. And then finally on trending topics, it wasn't in the list, but Judge Engoron is trending because today is the day, apparently, that he's poised to rule on how much money Trump and his co-defendants owe for business fraud, which is the most funny charge and guilty verdict I've ever freaking heard, because this is the most bullshit case I've ever heard. And so lots of people are saying, let's see, happy Judge Engoron verdict day. This is one of these anti-Trump accounts. Happy Judge Engoron verdict day for those that celebrate and start the day off with a laugh. Also, it looks like Habas, or whatever her name is not going to be Trump's lawyer for the appeal on the E. Jean Carroll case, which is not unusual. Usually you get different lawyers for appeals because there's lawyers who specialize in that shit. So he's shopping for a lawyer to appeal. That should be an easy fucking appeal if you ask me. But anyway, so people are saying E. Jean Carroll jury, 83 million, Judge Engoron, hold my beer. This is, again, this is the most insane case I've ever heard of, and it should absolutely be thrown in the bin. It's crazy. So that's all the trending topics today. Now let's get to a couple articles that to finish up the show. Even though I have roughly 30 articles open today, I'm not going to get to them. I don't even know I'm going to do a quick headline thing. Let's check the poll real quick, though. Oh, 92%. Will Bud Light commercial Hail Mary work? No, it will not. So there you go. 92%. Let's, what the hell did I do there? Here, let's click the right buttons here. Let's get to tires articles because, oh, wait. No. Oh, I got to talk about Cori Bush. Okay, we'll do three. We'll do three for sure. Let's start. I want to talk about Cori Bush though. She has some issues. She was also a trending topic today. Because apparently, Cori Bush is in trouble. The congresswoman from the St. Louis area, Jesse Water blows up evidence on massive screen exposing squad member Cori Bush's taxpayer-funded money laundering scheme, hiring her lover as her private security. There is a investigation in Congress, federal investigation, on this on Cori Bush's hiring of security, and the security she hired was hiring one of her boyfriends, I guess. Here's Byron Donald says, quick thoughts on Cori Bush. Most members don't get security. She wants to defund the police and make America less safe, but also wants to be protected at all times. She's quick to defame Trump over politicized charges, but mishandles funds to the point the DOJ is investigating her. Now, if the DOJ is investigating a Democrat, you know something must be wrong. And she claims she's being set up by the right wing. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the article on it. Flashback. Congresswoman. Okay, that's not it. So this is back in 2021. She was explaining why she needed security.
I'm going to make sure I have security because I know I have had attempts on my life and I have too much work to do. There are too many people that need help right now for me to allow that. So if I end up spending $200,000, if I spend $10 more on it, you know what? I get to be here to do the work. So suck it up, and defunding the police has to happen. We need to defund the police.
So
and put
defund
that
the
money
police,
into social safety.
but pay for my security. Well, apparently she has spent over $750,000 on her own private security while calling for the defunding of police. Now she's being investigated by DOJ for misuse of security funds. And I guess part of that is because of who she has been paying. One of them is apparently paying her boyfriend. So this is very similar to, this is similar to Ilhan Omar paying her now husband for shit out of federal funds. And it seems to be a money laundering scheme that a lot of people in Congress do, both on the right and the left. They pay family members very nice salaries to work in their offices or some shit like that. And it should be against the law. But anyway, there is a investigation into her. Okay, let's get to Tyre's first article here, though, because I want to make sure I get to these, because I know he wants to see my head explode. Good morning, Jen T. What's up? Nice to see you. Almost $1 million, yes, and she is being investigated. All right, so here is what Tyre sent me. Oh, no. Is this going to be some all social shit? EU chiefs target ban on gendered phrases, including iconic movie quotes. The EU chiefs want to ban gendered phrases such as the classic Star Trek line, "To boldly go where no man has gone before." Bureaucrats say no man should be replaced by no one. Are you going to make him edit all the reruns of Star Trek to make that work for you? The phrase made famous by Captain Kirk, William Shatner, as a red cross has a red cross next to it in a 61-page toolkit on gender-sensitive communication. EU agency, the European Institute for Gender Equality, calls it an example of where women may be subject to invisibility or omission. Well, there were women on those Star Trek missions, and the generic man is not gendered. But apparently you can't get your head around that. The World War I phrase, "no man's land," should be unclaimed territory, they say. And with inanimate objects, it is seen as discriminatory to say the ship slipped her moorings. Ex-Tory MP Anne Widdecombe fumed. It's ridiculous. In 2022, a ban on the word fisherman was branded an attack on the English language. Brussels instead suggested EU staff use gender-neutral terms like fisher peoples or fishers. They urge people not to use phrases which exclude women, such as Joe Public or gentleman's agreement. An 11,000-word European Parliament document on fishing uses the word fishers 84 times. Tory MP Nigel Mills said, "This is utter nonsense. It's an attack on the English language. English remains the official language of the EU despite Brexit." So they're spending a lot of time on money on shit that don't matter. Thank you, Tyre, for head explosion number 1. Let's see what number 2. Let's see what's behind door number 2. Oh, that was the shot. Well, here's the chaser. Iconic Star Trek actor William Shatner responded to a report that the European Union officials were looking to ban the classic show motto, "To boldly go where no man has gone before," to be more gender inclusive. The motto was part of the mission statement of the Enterprise spaceship in the sci-fi series, but government officials say it's no longer politically correct and should be changed to "no one" instead of "no man." Well, that would be historically inaccurate if you change the whatever they said on Star Trek when they said it. Shatner posted screenshots of articles documenting the policy suggestion and criticized the official. "Presentationism at work again. Why start at Star Trek?" he wrote in a post on social media. "Isn't it better to start at the beginning and redo foundational materials such as Magna Carta, religious writings, the works of Shakespeare, before worrying about a silly TV show opening that reflects social commentary of the time, right?" If people are offended by 6 seconds of dialogue recorded in 1966 without a modicum for understanding of the social issues at the time, there are bigger issues that they need to deal with first, like educating themselves, Shatner concluded. His missive had more than 10,000 likes of support. Shatner previously denounced presentism and offered a definition of the concept. I'm so tired of presentism and moronic people who continue to place today's value systems on the past to judge. Give it up for William Shatner. Yes! And he had more to say, but I'm going to move on to the next one because here's the last one that Tyre sent me. And I need you all to brace yourself. I really do. I need you to brace yourself for this one because this one is so special. This one's so special. Are you ready? Are you ready for this one? You ain't ready. Trans influencer says declining masculinity is getting out of control. Men expect princess treatment on dates now. Oh, the video cannot be played. Do they have... Oh, I'll get there because you got to see the photo. Hello, Uncle Bad Touch. Oh my gosh. It's been so long. Uncle Bad Touch is here. We know who you are. Come on, man. And also, number one is here too. That's awesome. So, and I'm going to scroll slowly because I want you to take it in once we get the picture of the particular trans influencer that we're talking about. This is a famous, a somewhat, well, I would say pseudo internet famous trans influencer. A transgender influencer whose image became a viral meme after appearing on a dating and relationship podcast is sounding the alarm about society being too sensitive and declining masculinity. Now that's kind of ironic that a trans influencer would say that. But anyway, I feel like it's a little bit of an out-of-body experience. Now, let's remember just that phrase because... Well, you'll see what I mean. Let's see. I feel like it's a bit of an out-of-body experience, or just like there's no way that's me. It's a crazy feeling, and honestly, I'm still fairly new at being viral, said Ali C. Lopez in an interview with Fox News Digital about becoming an internet meme. There's good, bad, exciting, nervous. It's just all over the place. Lopez was once an obscure influencer and became the subject of a meme making fun of her appearance seemingly overnight after appearing on the podcast Whatever, in which feminism, traditional values, and gender roles are hotly debated. The trans woman told Fox News Digital that dating in the modern age comes with its difficulties, including declining masculinity in society. It's getting out of control, Lopez said. For example, Lopez ideally wants to find someone who can handle things that have been ascribed in the past as traditionally masculine, like fixing a flat tire. But that's not easy to find these days. Lopez explained, at least for me, you better be able to do more than my dad can do, because if I have to call my dad to do something for me and not you, why are you here? And by the way, this is Miss Lopez. Yes, there you go. I feel like a lot of men need to start being men. When it comes to the male world, men nowadays are expecting princess treatment, Lopez said. Hello, Midnight Exile. I just see a lot of men expecting women in the relationship to go above and beyond and them to almost do nothing. Even some of my friends, I ask, why are you paying covering this? At least be 50-50 on paying things. Oh, God. One of the most popular clips of Lopez on the internet is when she was asked to rate herself on a scale of attractiveness 1 to 10 during a Whatever episode. Lopez stated, I'm a fat fucking 10. Tyre, are you still here? Tyre, are you still here? I can't anymore. The article's in the links. Hot topics today. Again, the Justice Department is conducting a criminal probe into Representative Cori Bush. The Department of Justice reportedly conducting a criminal probe of Democratic Missouri Representative Cori Bush, who has repeatedly pushed the defund the police movement after spending taxpayer money on private security for herself. According to Punchbowl News, the Justice Department has subpoenaed the House Sergeant of Arms for records relating to the misspending of federal security money. The Daily Caller first reported in April that Bush and members of the far-left Democratic Party group in Congress called the Squad spent thousands of campaign funds on private security. According to the statement of disbursements of the House records, Bush also spent taxpayer funds on a day of private security for herself between January 1st to March 31st. Is there any more? But Bush, a freshman Democrat who has vocally pushed the defund police movement, spent $30,000 on her own security, according to her April quarterly 2021 financial report on January 18th. Oh, well, that's just on that. It's been over $750,000 total. So anyway, Bush said a tweet out in December 2020 criticizing former President Barack Obama for not calling to defund the police, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, she's being investigated. Other headlines in the links today include, wait, where am I here? There we go. And here's even a Democratic strategist just says Cori Bush's hypocrisy is outrageous. Democratic strategist Paul Begala said Tuesday that Democratic Representative Cori Bush's previous support of the defund the police movement is downright hypocrisy. That's regarding all the security she's been paying for herself. And let's see, what is this? Oh, we know that Biden has the power to end the border crisis. He has the power to shut the border. He doesn't need any new laws. He doesn't need any new laws to shut the border. And yet he whines that, well, because the Republicans won't pass this bill, I can't do anything. My hands are tied. Bullshit. And so here's an article that explains this. And if you want to check that out in the Federalist. In the Washington Free Beacon, immigration officials met with leading abolish ICE organizer amid the border surge. Apparently, the people who want to abolish ICE, hello, Phantom Dog Fart, best name on the internet. The people who want to abolish ICE, for whatever reason, senior immigration custom and enforcement officials met with them. Why? What? Are they going to show you some new way to end the surge of fake asylum seekers? Or are they just going to show you ways to process them faster? Why are you meeting with them? That makes no sense. Here's an article. Breitbart says Randy Clark, the Texas border, someone named Randy Clark says the Texas border showdown wrought with political spin and misinformation. He's arguing that both sides are playing like a little bit fast and loose with what's really happening there. And apparently let's see, over the weekend, Patrick appeared on Fox News telling Trace Gallagher he was happy the Biden administration decided not to cut the wire at the park, where, according to Patrick, 4 months ago, 3,000 people were crossing each day. Patrick claimed the measures were taken by the state of Texas had brought those numbers down to zero as he visited the park earlier. The problem with Patrick's assessment of the first battle of Shelby Park is that it's simply not true. As recently as December, nearly 5,000 migrants crossed daily into the Shelby Park area, where Border Patrol agents, Texas authorities, and the Texas Military Department were powerless to stop the never-ending stream. So that apparently there's a fake. Is a fake narrative that the border wire is working? I'm not sure. You can read the article though. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Also in Breitbart, apparently a Soros-funded group seeks to turn Texas blue with mass immigration. Maybe not, but you can read why they believe that. New York Post, there was an incident in New York City where cops were beaten by asylum seekers. You know what I mean? But cops allegedly beaten by rowdy migrant mob near Times Square, with the suspect later freed without bail. Now that's the other part. They arrested the subject who actually went and fought with cops, and that suspect was freed without bail. So how does that work? Wow. Because some of the people who didn't commit any violence on January 6th are still waiting their trials. Committed no violence. So go figure. Welcome to New York. Apparently 56 Democrats assist a Republican passing bills on Tuesday that aims to shore up border security. In yet another display of bipartisanship on the contentious issue, the legislation seeks to establish new penalties for individuals who engage in high-speed vehicle chases while fleeing Border Patrol agents within 100 miles of the border. And it had a 271 to 154 majority vote. So some Democrats are probably a little nervous that the Biden border policy might screw up their chances at re-election. That's how I read that. And then I have several other articles. Again, another article about someone saying that you should revoke Omar's citizenship and send her ass back to Somalia. I don't know if that's necessary, but I think maybe there should be a concern about her saying that, her first priority is to Somalia. Maybe the people in the 5th District of Minnesota should just vote her out this time. But that ain't going to happen. No way. If you only knew the 5th District. PJ Media, they have an article about that crazy woman's laugh when she was being interviewed about her victory over Donald Trump and getting $83.3 million, which she's never going to see a dime of, I don't think. Also an article on... did I open that one twice? No, I did. I had that one twice. I don't need that one twice. Let's just get rid of that. And there's several other articles. Look, I don't have time to go through them all, but I do want to thank all of yous who are here today. Do me a favor right now, especially if you haven't hit the like button, do that on both Rumble and on YouTube. And then, even though the stream's over, share the stream with somebody. I'm thinking about doing a couple promotional tweets on this show too, just to see if I can get some people who may have not heard of the show to come watch. But other than that, that's it. If you want to sponsor the show, pdognight.live, 24 hours a day. Thank you to our superstar sponsor of the day. That would be Tyre Alexander. On the Streamlabs superstar sponsor of the day, Tyre Alexander, who I think is gone. I think he left. Where'd you go? I wanted you to hear your stories. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for FGG Thursday. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please be safe out there, and if you have room, please take in an asylum seeker to your home. No, don't do that, Johnny. Let's get out of here. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Have a great day. Play the outro. There you go. Click. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thanks for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.